What's up, guys? It's Autobot 410 up here on this Sunday afternoon. A while ago, I've actually made 2 volumes of this. This is the 3rd volume of Know Your Cartoon History. As I said before, I have a very, very large, very, very vast DVD collection. And I've actually acquired a couple of new ones over the past couple of weeks. And by popular demand from a friend of mine, I'm going to show you a few more. So, starting off, I'm going to start off with the one I just got recently. It was one of my favorite 90s cartoon shows. And I think a whole lot of people will understand why in about a minute. It is Pinky and the Brain. Oh my god, man. This was one of the funniest 90s cartoon series I've ever seen. It was so hilarious because all the jokes made sense and also didn't make sense at the same time. And it made one word synonymous with just being an idiot. Narf. I don't know. It was just really, really funny. I found this at Rasputin for 20 bucks, and it's the first season. And the whole thing with, you know, Brain actually being a lot like Orson Welles, which is what was so funny about it. I'm just really glad I have it, and I'm glad I picked it up. I've been watching it all weekend. It's just been that funny. So that's one. And this one I talked about in the last video. I had volume 2 of it, but now I have volume 1 of it. And that's Tailspin. Oh, I love Tailspin. This actually has the pilot and about 23 episodes. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't had the time because I've been working pretty diligently over the past couple of weeks. But hey, now I'm getting a little bit of collection of most of the Disney cartoons that I, enjoyed to watch as a kid. All I'm missing is Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers and Bonkers if they could ever make it. Please, Disney, make it. Alright, so that's Tailspin. This one I found actually at Blockbuster. And I'm kind of surprised by that. I usually go in there and try and find videos that I enjoy, renting and everything. But I actually found this, and they were selling it for 12 bucks, so I couldn't really stare it down. Iron Man the Animated Series from like 1984 and 1996. This was an awesome show. It has both seasons from 1996 and 1994. I prefer the 1996 with that cool, edge look. It had a lot of the characters that you would know from Iron Man. Not only Tony Stark, but you also have War Machine, the Black Widow, Jinx, the second Spider-Woman. It's a really, really cool series. I'm glad I got to see it. And I'm glad I found it. And it only cost me 12 bucks, so that was a, steal in itself. Alright, coming up next. I am really, really surprised I found this. This was a very, very awesome TV show in the late 90s. It was Angel before Angel came out. It had a gothic feel, it had a dark feel, but it was a kids' TV show, so you were kind of sitting there going, how could you get this a kids' TV show? But they really, really did that well in it, and that's Gargoyles. Gargoyles. I couldn't believe I found this. And it's the entire first season. This was a phenomenal show. I loved it. And for a goth kid, it was this and Beetlejuice that really made us, it was a show for us with gothic nature. And I loved the characters. I loved Goliath's stern sense of honor, but also his gentleness. That he really didn't show it to that many people, but when he did, you saw it. But it was a very good show. I'm glad I found it, and I'm hoping to find season 2 if they released it. But I actually found out a lot of cool things about Gargoyles while watching this. This is the 10th anniversary edition. There is actually a convention towards Gargoyles right now. I did not know that. It's called Gathering of the Gargoyles, and I'm hoping to go one of these years because, hey, I really love this show. So I'm glad I got that. Alright, this one I found at Walmart with my mom because we were down there just picking stuff up for the house. And we found it. I found it actually by accident. Anyone who knows old school Nickelodeon is gonna know this series. Angry Beavers. Oh my God, the Beavers were angry before the birds. It takes place, you know, in a bachelor pad dam with these two brothers, you know, Norbert and Daggett. And it just goes along the means of their lives and how everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And some of the adventures that they go through are actually pretty crazy. And I'm really glad I found it. This actually is season 1 and 2. They're selling season 3. I just don't know. I just haven't found it yet. So if I find it, I'm gonna grab it. But I got seasons 1 and 2 for like less than $10, and that's just crazy. So I'm really glad I got this. All right, I'm actually going to show a couple of movies that I really enjoy that I think are underrated. Well, some of them are underrated, but one of them really isn't. And the first one I'm going to show up is a movie that originally I was not going to see, but seeing as how I'm a gamer, and this is by function a gamer movie. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This movie was so freaking awesome. I had to see it like 2 times. Anyone who knows the graphic novel, you know, it's about a guy who lives in Canada, and he falls in love with this one girl that literally changes her hair color every night, named Ramona Flowers. And in the premise of this movie is that he tries to date her, but he doesn't know that she's had, no bullshit, 7 exes. I'm not saying ex-boyfriend, I'm talking exes. So he has to literally go one by one and defeat all these guys and girl, no spoiler alert, to win her heart. And the hilarity and the gamer preferences, I mean, you hear sound effects from like Pac-Man, from like old Nintendo games, from Sonic the Hedgehog. You hear a lot of sound effects that only gamers will point out. And I really love this movie. I showed this to a friend of mine, Jay Legend, and all he heard was the opening, and he said, okay, this movie's officially awesome. So anyone who likes video games, who likes action, who likes comedy, check this movie out. This one is actually a dual pack that I got at Target a couple of, like about 2 or 3 months ago. It's probably one of my favorite movie series, and that's The Addams Family. I love The Addams Family not only because I'm a goth, but because they actually made me feel that I was sane. You know, it has all the characters, you know, Uncle Fester, my personal favorite, Gomez, Morticia, the only girl that ever scared me was Wednesday, Pugsley, Grandmama Thing, and my boy Lurch. I'm kind of surprised that I found this for like, you know, $5. I got both movies. And I never saw the first one all the way through until I bought it. So I'm really glad I got this, and I got to see the first movie all the way through. It's a really good film. And just on a side note, and if any girls that I know are watching this, if I ever get married or have a girlfriend, I want my relationship to be just like Gomez and Morticia's. Those two will love each other even after the world explodes, even if they do blow it up themselves. But that's just a side note. So this was a very cool movie. I'm glad I got both movies. And anyone who's, you know, likes gothic nature, who likes comedy, who likes, well, I'm not going to use any puns here, but family values, check this movie out. I'm very glad I found it. This was an underrated movie because so many people I know have seen it and didn't like it, and a lot of people that I know haven't seen it. Casper. Some of the greatest special effects I've ever seen in a movie. It was just that damn good. It was awesome. With this, I actually, you know, actually found Christina Ricci attractive after seeing her as Wednesday in The Addams Family, because that made me scare her. But this one actually sitting there, I was like, holy shit, wow, okay, she's actually kind of cute. No, that's still Wednesday. No. I love the the Ghostly Trio were my favorite characters in this because I'm a big comic buff. So seeing those three interact, and all the jokes and all the puns and everything, was just really, really cool. And I'm really glad I found this. I found this for $5 at Target. Target's actually been a really, really big supplier of all the videos I have right now. So that's kind of cool. So I'm glad I got that. They also show a deleted scene from the movie. Apparently there was supposed to be a musical bit in the middle of this, where the Ghostly Trio actually sing about their problems to the professor. And the things they say, and I've actually heard the song, I've seen the scene, and I'm sitting there going, you should have put this in the movie, but they couldn't because it was too expensive to do. So that's just a side note. Really cool video, really cool movie. Alright, this last one, my brother actually talked to me about this. It was actually kind of funny. When I was a kid, my mom didn't want to see anything violent or anything crazy. Transformers was probably one of the few things that we actually saw that had any kind of violence in it. But a series that my mom started me off on was actually one of the ones that had one of the scariest toy products I've ever seen in my life. And that would be Teddy Ruxpin. I know there's going to be some kids out there going to remember Teddy Ruxpin, especially that demented little toy that actually talked and interacted with you. It was one of the first toys that did that. It scared the hell out of me because I was always afraid, like, one of these days if I ever had one, it would actually sit there and, you know, just out of nowhere sit there and go, kill your parents. No. And that thing scared the hell out of me. But the series was actually pretty good and pretty creative. It had comedy, it had, you know, adventure, it had action, it had, you know, everything you expect in a kid's television show. But it was very, very good. I liked it. And I found this up at Target, again, for $4.99. And it's 20 episodes. I've only made it through 5 of them because I was literally sitting there going, how could I have been so stupid? It has, you know, Teddy has his friends, you know, Grubby, the Doctor, Prince Aaron, and his sister. And I'm probably going to give it to my newly born god-nephew, Little Dexter, for him to watch, if his parents permit it. But could have been a lot worse, but it was actually a good child's TV series for the time. A lot better than some of the stuff that's been released lately. And that's basically all the ones I'm going to show you on this one. Like I said before in my last Know Your Cartoon History, I'm also going to do a classical movie rant in a little bit with all the classic movies that I have. And I actually have quite a few. So if anyone has any questions, comments, please comment below. Like if you enjoy, and if you like all my stuff, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Alright, till all are one.